Hi, welcome back to Dorset. My name's Wayne and you join me today on the mighty Chesil beach. The fishing's been really hard, the conditions are flat calm, but it's fishing. The next bite could be a 15-pound cod, or I could blank. But we've definitely got a chance. We've got some nice baits, I'm not on my own, and together, you never know, we might catch a few fish for you. My name's Wayne, welcome to Dorset, welcome to Chesil Beach. I'm just going to talk you through my rigs. Not again. Yeah. So today I'm doing something different. As I've already said, yesterday I was like coaching. I was lucky enough to have a stag do. It's not your average stag do, I know. And luckily for me, or them, the stag caught a cod, and that was our target. We didn't really have many other bites. We had a couple of bullets, small ones, and a few pouting when it got dark. So today, I thought I'm going to kind of scratch around a bit. So we've got some lovely bait, so we've got some fresh blacks, blow lug, peeler crab and squid. If only it was September or November, but such is life. So what I'm going to do today, because we actually had a dab yesterday as well, I'm just using some small hooks. Well, smallish. I'm not like dropping right down, but for this style of fishing. So today I'm using an up and over rig. So for the pulley haters out there, you'll be pleased that I'm not using a pulley. As I always say on these videos, I try and do stuff basic so everyone can go out and learn from it and fish hard. All right, there is times when I use pulley drop downs and there's times when I use up and overs. But today I'm using up and overs so I can get a bit of movement. So I've got nice long flowing trace. I'm using a 2-0 as my first hook and a 3-0 circle with my tubing for some resistance. Then I've got some 90-pound hook length to a swivel, to a 90-pound rig body, to a bead, a pulley bead and a bead with the large up and over clip. I know there's a few of you out there that will comment on this and say it's too wide, okay, and it can cause you issues. A lot of people just use a swivel, but for me, a swivel can just twist up and that will not allow the rig to release when it hits the water. So as I always say, it's the way I do it. It's not the correct way. It's not the only way, but it's the way I'm doing it today. So as you can see, once I clip this up, if I can do it, it's hard not doing it under tension, but I'll try. So that loops over. It's hard trying to keep the tension on without it falling to pieces. So it's probably easier I show you when it's on the rod, but I'll try. Oh, I think I might be right. Oh, has it worked? Has it worked? Yeah. Right, so there you go. Splash down, pulley bead, double bead, hooks. When that hits the water, it releases off the bottom as per norm. Obviously when it's in water it's a lot easier, and drops off of the clip, and then you literally just have a running leisure. No resistance, plenty of movement, and it definitely works. Most people in the UK use these for rays and most of the fishing really, but you definitely got to have tide. The same with a pulley dropper. If you try and use a pulley dropper or an up and over when there's no tide, it will literally just end up in a heap on the bottom. When this falls through the water, obviously your lead goes first, and then this hopefully pulls back behind and lands next to it. If you've got no tide, it just literally lands in a heap. So that's why sometimes I like using pulley panels or single pulleys. I'm going to get this baited up. I'm going to get it out there. As I've already said, it's going to be tough, but I'm going to have a go. I got a bite. Unbelievable, Jeff. There you go, look. If it was spring, I'd say it's a classic flatty bite. Hopefully it's a nice dab. I haven't even got my second bait in the water. That's just a tide, but you see the bites. It's braid as well, so the bites are really exaggerated. Anyway, I'm gonna have a look at it. So before I put the camera on, it's proper whacking. The sun's come out now, it's absolutely stunning. Let's get the sunnies on. I'll leave it just for a couple more seconds. Come on. Got a nice bit of tide pulling. There's definitely a fish there. Ooh, could it be a flatty? It's only a little bite, even on braid. Something definitely there. Hopefully it's a weight to it. Nice and gentle. When you're using braid, just take your time. Pull the hooks. Definitely some weight there. Almost there. Got leader. What was that? Oh, got a fish. Oh no, it's a dogfish. Oh well. I said it wouldn't be very good, didn't I? It's a dogfish. I'm just with Gem. You'd be happy with that in a match, wouldn't you? Oh well. Come here. I wouldn't normally show you a dogfish, but this might only be the only fish I show you today. As my missus would say, that's very negative thoughts. But yeah, anyway, that's a dogfish. I'll get it back. He's nailed it. An hour into the session, one bite, one dogfish. But there's life out there. We're just over high now, so the tide will start ebbing soon. What a beautiful day. Unfortunately, this time of year, the fishing can be hard. So I'm not saying all the videos are going to be great, but when we move into the spring, I'll get out as much as I can, try and get some good content for you, catch a few fish. make it more enjoyable. I've only been doing this a couple of months and I really enjoy all your feedback. I'm definitely learning every time I go out. I'll keep trying to give you as much information as I can. The thing with fishing, it's about opinions. So obviously when I fish, it's just the way I fish. It's not the only way. So when some people say, oh, you want to fish with this or you want to do it this way, that's your opinion. You know, I don't really get that very often. But I try and do things as basic as I can on video, just so everyone really gets it. But sometimes in fishing, basic is the best. People used to catch fish 30, 40 years ago, just chucking out, running leisures. Why doesn't that work now? Well, the answer is it does. Just because someone's invented a super duper rig. I fully understand when you match fish and stuff like that, then it definitely does help. But when you're just out fishing, you know, basic is good, in my opinion. Thanks again for all the people that subscribe. It's not really my bag mentioning all that and telling you to subscribe, but thanks. Thanks to the people that like, comment. I reply to you all. I just can't do it straight away because I'm busy, but I always make sure I sit down and answer all your questions, and I really enjoy it and appreciate it. So thanks for all the people that subscribe. Thanks for all the people that watch my videos. It's good. Anyway, I'm going to get baiting up, get another rig ready, leave you in peace and let you enjoy the rods. As I said earlier, I'm not actually here on my own, so it's good news for you. It's just not me rattling on all day, blanking. So I've got Gem with me. If you've watched some of my videos, I think it was the second video I done. Yeah. Gem was on, we come down, Gem come out for a guided day, and we caught a few fish. So Gem's back today, just with me as a friend as such, and I'm just gonna introduce you to Jen and really talk about why you got into fishing. Obviously Gem's a woman, shock. A
woman who fishes.
Exactly, and it's great that loads of women fish now to a high standard, and we're going to how the standard that Gem is looking at fishing, or is fishing at the moment. So anyway, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks Wayne. It's lovely to be here on Chesil Beach, Dorset, my favourite part of the world.
Yeah, well Gem lives up in the southeast, and you've been down, how many times you've been to Chesil now?
I've been coming down fishing Chesil a few times a year, probably the last 10 years or so, maybe longer.
Yeah.
Always try and get a few trips in because it's my favourite spot to be. Always, you know, good challenge coming down and working out where to go and catch the fish.
Definitely, yeah. A lot of people, I know a lot of you watching probably want to come to Chesil or fished it. It's not as easy as just turning up, is it? It's very mark orientated, which probably a lot of you find out, and it's the same with you. Have you always caught fish when you come down?
No, I've had some days when I fished 2 rods for 12 hours and haven't had a touch from anything, not even a crab.
Yeah.
And it can be quite disheartening, but you've got to keep going because you've got to be, you know, you've got to try. If you're not out here trying, you're not going to catch anything.
Well, yeah, definitely. Like today is a day that if Gem wasn't coming down, then it's the sort of day that we probably wouldn't be out fishing, would we? But I was out coaching yesterday and they caught a cod. And the thing with Chesil is you could get nothing all day and then one of you could catch like a fish of a lifetime from, I don't know, a common skate, which has been caught on this beach, or a 20-pound cod.
Yep, so, either will do.
Yeah, so, well, hopefully something like that. So as I've said before, Gem and I'll do some filming, and if you've seen the video before, Gem can definitely fish. I just wondered, being a woman, how you got into fishing. Not saying there's anything different to that, but back then I suppose were you on your own, one of the only?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a lot of women fishing, but there are a few around now. So I got into it when I was 3, which is quite young, 44 years ago, just over. It was my dad that took me, surprise, surprise. It's probably how a lot of people get into it, being taken by the parents. And I remember that trip. It's like my first real memory in my mind. First cast, after a few minutes, I said, "Dad, I've got a bite." And "You haven't got a bite, it's only just gone out there." And my mum persuading him to let me reel it in, obviously with my dad's help, because I was only 3 and probably about this big.
Yeah.
And I had a bass on the end. So my first ever fish on my first cast was a bass. And I was hooked from then on. That was back in summer of 77.
It's amazing. You know, everyone's got them sort of same stories. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's why we do it. So moving to the current day, as I've said before, you're fishing at a high standard. From when we last went out, I put Gem in contact with the England team manager, and since then, what's been going on for you?
Yeah, so I've had a couple of meetups with the England team ladies and the management team and the other guys who are supporting the team with their development. We had a bit of a fishing session down here in Dorset back in October, and we've also met up and had a development weekend where we were being shown a few techniques to help with match fishing and really getting everyone up to speed, really.
Yeah, great. So Gem has come from a multiplier sort of. We'll get Gem casting in a minute. It's most anyone would be proud of the way Gem casts and the way she fishes with big, strong rods. And your kit. Well, talk us through your kit.
My kit, yeah.
Well,
I love using my multipliers. I've got quite a lot of them, but today with me I've got my blue 7HT mags, and they are on a pair of Century Tip Tornado Graphics Super Matches, a bit of a mouthful.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love these rods. They're nice and light, the butts are quite slim, and at least to me it feels like I can compress them quite a bit when I'm casting, so they suit me really well.
For a lot of you who know your rods, that is some big, strong kit. And it's not just because you're female, you're quite slight as well.
I am quite small at 5'2" and a bit.
So it's quite a sight to see, which is great. Obviously, moving into the match side, when you turned up with this kit, because we already spoke about it, and you're very, well, we both said it's not really the way to fish matches for speed and, you know, for a number of reasons. So when you turned up with this kit, is it like you had 5 heads and you're an alien?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Everyone else, you know, using fixed balls, continental rods, quite alien to me, because I've been using multipliers since I was about 16, and you can do the maths because I've already told you how long I've been fishing.
Yeah.
So to see everyone using quite different kit, it's a bit of a shift of mindset, and I can appreciate having, you know, now tried using a fixed ball myself again recently and a Conti rod, the advantages of that kind of kit for a match. So I'll be getting, you know, into using that and practicing with it a little bit more. So make sure I get familiar with, you know, how it works, and bite detection, how it's all different to my usual beach casters.
Yeah, it's definitely something new. It's normally, you're doing it kind of in reverse. Most people start off with fixed balls, over the last few years move into multipliers, but with the kit now, like the rods, I'm using the competition range, which I go through with you all, the HT and the GT, but I've got 2 different ones. I've got the ST and the TT for Gem, just to come and have a practice today, and they are just absolutely fabulous rods. And with the reels now, the fixed balls, you don't, you know, there is situations when you can say you benefit using multipliers, but nowadays you can't, you know, with a fixed ball and a nice rod, you're laughing, aren't you?
Yeah, I think certainly I just bought a couple of fixed balls and I tried them out last weekend for the first time, and I was quite impressed with how far I was casting with them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'll ever quite enjoy using them as much as my multipliers. I suppose partly just because our multiplier is quite small and light and nice to use, but I can see from a fixed ball the retrieve is quicker, not having to worry about where your leader knot's going to be, so it's not going to slice your thumb open. Lots of advantages to using them.
Yeah, great. But what I'm going to do is we'll leave Gem in peace. We're going to do a bit of fishing, get you on camera, doing your stuff.
Yep.
And it gives them a break from me, which they all want. And hopefully we can catch a few fish. As I've said before in the intro, it's perfect weather for the angler, not for the fish. Yeah. But it's Chesil Beach and we're try hard.
Anything can happen.
Right. So as I've already said, today I'm using up and overs just because I want a nice long flowing trace. Gem's fishing a little bit different, not like you normally would or you have been match fishing. They'd probably look at you, think you're crazy at the moment, or I'd get told off, or you might get told off. But if you'd like to just show everyone how you're fishing, what components you're using. And...
Yeah, so today I've got a 3-foot pulley pennel. I'm using the Trident components. So I've got the little pulley bit at the top there. I'm being predominantly an off-the-ground caster. I've got the rotor bait clip, so it holds the hook in place.
Yeah.
And I've got a 3.0 Sakuma Manta Extra on there and a 3.0 Chinu at the top. I put those on my hand. Might be able to see that a bit better. And just a single black lug bait and homemade grip lead.
Oh, good. Yeah, and
and that's got a 70-pound rig body and 40-pound amnesia hook snood.
Well, pretty standard, pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard rig. Nothing special. Just trying to get it out there and maybe catch something decent on it.
Yeah. So we're here, obviously. I know it's late in the season. We're into the end of January, but we've caught a few cod. There's been a few around, odd fish, crystal clear water. Bit of distance may help us, hopefully. And as you see, Jen can definitely hit it. But yeah, we're not fishing for numbers. We're probably fishing for one fish each, or one between us, in all fairness.
Or none.
Or none. But it's fishing, so we're out. We'll keep going, we'll keep casting, and you never know.
Yep, it's got to happen one day.
Yeah, it's fine. But anyway, we'll leave Gem in peace, and we'll get back to fishing. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty cold now. Real winter fishing. As expected, it's really hard. I've had one bite, one doggy. Keep putting the baits out. It's about 20 minutes before nightfall. Things can happen then. Hopefully the whiting and painting won't turn up. So it leaves our baits out there and we've got a chance, haven't we? We've always got a chance, we're fishing. I'm going to get this one in the water. Keep trying, eh? But that's fishing. I said it'd be like this. And that's life, eh? Let's give this one a little... Just battling on. A bit of tide running now, so that's going to help as well. On nightfall, low water. Everything's positive apart from there's no fish. That's the issue. Anyway, as you can see, we looked more appropriately dressed now, don't we? I think we've got every item of clothing we were able to carry. We put in a bit of a walk, haven't we? Yeah, it's been a long walk and we knew we had everything with us when we were doing the walk, that's for sure. We always knew the fishing would be slow, but to maximise our chance, we give it a big walk. It's no secret, we just walked left of Abbotsbury for a long time. Yeah, a very long time. And that definitely warmed us up, but now we're a bit nippy. The sun popped out for a couple of minutes earlier, which was nice. Dried off all our kit, and now we're just setting for the night. We've got a bit of tide, we're at low water. We've got nice baits. Yep. So we had a bit of problems with the crabs earlier, didn't we? They were stripping the lug off. So I've started wrapping a bit of squid around that now. And that seems to have stopped them getting the bait off so quick, which is great. But still no bites. No, as I said earlier, it's absolutely perfect for a fish. The tide's pulling. Everything's in our favour, apart from there's no fish. So, but we did kind of expect this, didn't we? Yeah, we did. And as I say to my sister often, there's no fish in the sea for me. Yeah, there is. You do catch a lot of fish. Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, you just not been lucky with cod, have you? I haven't been lucky with my cod. I call it my nemesis, Mr. Cod. Yeah, it is for a lot of people. A lot of people watching these videos will come to Chesil, think, oh yeah, I'm going to catch a cod, and it's hard work. So
Yeah.
you're not on your own.
No, I'll keep trying though.
20 years ago, everyone caught cod.
Yeah.
But not anymore. Once we catch some fish, hopefully we'll take some nice photos. I'll put them all through and we'll do what we can. But as you know, it's hard to film at night and we just want to fish really, don't we?
We do.
Yeah, that's fine.